Okay, so here we are outside the grill. I've got a full chimney of charcoal briquettes ready to go. If you have a gas grill, that works equally as well. You can do this process with any equipment you have. What we're doing is effectively creating an oven. So we're gonna start just by browning the bird on the grate. I've got a full layer of charcoal, just a single layer on the grill. I've oiled up the bird nicely, as you recall, with the olive oil, so we don't need to put any extra oil on the grate. It's not gonna stick. It's gonna work out just fine. And I'm gonna just rotate it as it cooks so that I show each side of the bird to the grill. And this is just gonna jumpstart the browning process. So the bird's gonna cook about 2 or 3 minutes on each side to get it nice and evenly browned. Now, as you can see, I'm just rolling the bird gently here, and what I'm looking for is if the skin is sticking. The skin will stick to the grill until it's nice and brown, and then it'll release, and that's how you know when it's ready to turn. So now I've just turned it 25 degrees, so it's on its side. You can see we've got a nice even browning of the skin on the back there. And if you're using a gas grill, you want to have your entire grill, all the burners lit, and on high heat at this point. So even on high heat, you won't find that it'll cook too quickly. That 2-minute rule should still apply. Now this turkey is about 17 pounds. And this is a good size to cook on pretty much any household grill. I can cook up to a 22-pound bird on a standard Weber kettle grill like this. Most household grills, you could probably cook that size bird as well. Today, the temperature is about 55 degrees outside. It's kind of a blustery fall day. You will find that the outside temperature does change the cooking time for your bird. It's going to take about an hour per 5 pounds of birds. So I would say between 3 and 4 hours to cook most average sized turkeys that are coming in the 16 to 20 pound range. If the temperature is much colder outside, you want to allow a little extra time. So now, in order to create the oven effect that I talked about, we're going to move all the coals out to the outside and bank them around the edge to create indirect heat and a nice convection heat that's going to cook the bird really evenly. Now that the coals are banked out of the way, I'm going to put a layer of foil down, which will help protect the bird from over browning, and set him right in the middle. I'm going to fold up the edges just a bit, which is going to capture all the juices and allow us to baste the bird just like you would if you were cooking it in the oven inside. Now we want to introduce some extra smoke flavor, so I've got some hickory chips soaking here. For turkey, I'm a big fan of hickory. I also like the cherry wood and apple wood. Those sweeter fruit woods add a really nice flavor that complements the turkey really well. And put them directly on the coals. So I've got the vents on the grill fully open, both the vent on top and the vent below. That's going to keep a nice airflow moving through the grill for a nice even heat that's going to brown the bird all over. Now the turkey's going to cook for maybe 45 minutes to an hour on this batch of coals. And then at that point I'm going to want to add more coals to the grill. Now the colder the air temperature is outside, you may find you need to bump that up a little bit to say every half hour to 45 minutes. If you see the smoke dissipate, you can add more chips. And you want to make sure you have an ample amount of chips soaking and ready to throw in. Then I would say after about a half an hour, you're going to want to think about starting another batch of coals so that they're pre-lit and heated so that you can add them to keep the fire hot. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes and we're about to add our second batch of coals. As you can see, the bird's browned really evenly and beautifully on all sides. So we're going to remove the trussing up here on the chest, which is going to just allow that little line to even out. And we're going to pull these wings out a bit so we get a little bit of browning in there. So if you were using a gas grill, as you can see, we've banked all the coals aside. You would simply turn off either your side or your front and back burners, depending on what the burner configuration of your grill is, so that you still have the same indirect heat. And again, that's going to create a nice convection within your grill, and you're going to get a really nice even browning. So I'm just going to pour, about a cup of water. If you had some chicken stock, you could use that as well. And I'm going to pour a little bit of water into the cavity as well. And those juices are going to continue to accumulate while it cooks, and we'll be able to baste with those over the next half hour. You always want to use a meat thermometer and check the meat for doneness, and that's how you know when to take it off. And what you're looking for poultry, and this applies for chicken and turkeys alike, is 160 degrees internal temperature. So I'm just going to put this evenly right into the breast, all the way in, to see where we're at. It reads 80 degrees, just below 80 degrees. So we've got quite a ways to go to get to 160. It's been about another hour. We're going to have another look at the bird and see how it's doing. There's still some nice heat going on here, so I'm not going to add coals at this point. But we'll check the temperature again. I'm going to make sure I push the probe of the thermometer deep into the breast because it's going to be the coldest in the very center. And I've got about 113 degrees. So it's progressing nicely. It's not browning too much. And we'll leave it on for another hour. We've just checked the temperature and we're at 160 degrees internal temperature. We're all ready. So we're going to take this beautiful bird off the grill. The aroma is just unbelievable. The smoky flavor combined with the orange, and you can still get a little bit of the coriander. It's fantastic. So we've got some friends coming over, and we're gonna serve just some crackers and chutney with our smoked turkey. And we've got a beautiful bottle of Spanish garnacha that we're gonna pair with it. We brine the turkey in orange and cider vinegar, coriander. Movable Feast Thanksgiving menus are available at the shop or online at www.movablefeastgeneva.com. You can pick up your menu and order everything for your Thanksgiving feast except the turkey. Chew it up. All right.